Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and welcome to my house. In this video, it's another example of the system events monitoring. I'm learning about this, so I'm sharing with you what I learned. I'm in a different demo instance today. This demo instance has something called vulnerability response installed with it. What I've seen in the past when preparing and demoing and maintaining instances of vulnerability response is that there's some pretty intensive jobs going on around importing, calculating vulnerable items and vulnerable things. So if we look here, I've got 3 event processing alerts. If you haven't seen my first 2 videos explaining these processing alerts, please go check that out. I will include a link that way up above, up here, with my finger there. I'll include a link up there. But if we click on these, it'll take us to those event alerts, and we'll see we have a default queue average processing duration, default queue average lag time threshold. Let's click on these. Greater than 1,000 milliseconds, probably the threshold alert, and a long-running event handler for this particular event. Result import complete is taking a long time to process. So let's hop into ServiceNow and go to the event registry and let's look for that particular process. I'm just going to search for SN_VLUC, and we can see I've got here all the ones, and there's that one that's causing an issue at the moment. SN_VULC result import complete. Now this particular one, on the previous video, I moved this off to its own queue for a different event that was having its own thing, right? For this one, I don't think that's the right course of action. Look down here below, let me move my head out of the way. You can see the average processing time in milliseconds, 27,000, 38,000, really high as far as orders of magnitude above where the rest of the stuff usually is. So let's just take one of these. In fact, let's just sort this by average processing duration so we can see the longest that's actually been. That might be taken in a second there. Well, it doesn't seem to like me sorting that, but I just scrolled down and noticed there's only 20 times this has happened. So it looks like my highest here is 43,000 as I scrolled through. So I'm just going to go into Google and say 43,000 milliseconds, 2 seconds, because I don't know the math in my head. That's 43 seconds that's taking to process. And look, it's processing like 2 things, 2 events, 1 event. And I know this is a demo environment. There's no vulnerability results to import or complete. So I'm going to go about this one a little bit differently. I want to find what's actually calling this, what's actually doing something. We know that there's a script action running, so let's go ahead and take a look under System Policy. We should have in our Events menu script actions right here. And what I'm going to be looking for in this table is ones that are calling this SN vulc result import complete event name. So let's go ahead and go to script actions, and we'll filter on that name like that, and we'll see configuration result import complete is what is the script action that's associated with that, and it's going to util.onscan complete, and it's going to pass parm1 or parameter 1. And that's not really helpful, but I do know it's part of the configuration compliance application. So let's go ahead and check out our scheduled jobs, because I have a feeling that this is probably a scheduled job. So let's go to scheduled jobs, and let's add the application to our list view here so I can group by application. And let's go ahead and group. And oh, that didn't do me any good, so let's just ungroup there. And let's see if we can search for compliance. That should be interesting because this also has configuration compliance CI count is running daily. And let's see, calculate compliance monthly. Only 17 jobs. Configuration compliance CI count. Is it? I wonder if this is what's calling that event. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's it. Compliance score. This again is running something else, another script thing. So I don't think that's it. Let's head over to my other favorite application, Flow Designer. Let's see if there's anything running there that's scheduled. And just to refresh my memory, what was that? Result import complete, so some kind of result import. Let's do configuration compliance on the application here. Configuration compliance, I put application. I typed what I said out loud. Exception rule approval, so that's not it. Let's check out our subflows. Configuration compliance. process approver levels, remediation task. All right, so I don't know what's calling that event or what's causing that event. I was hoping I would find out. Let's go ahead and open one of these. It's got the event. It doesn't have a related job or anything. Let's want this one. Oops, that is not what I wanted. Let's go to this one here. This has it. Well, it's the script action that we've already looked at. Configuration results import complete is the related record, but I don't know what's calling that. Let's see. Slow pattern. Average execution time 33,000 milliseconds, whereas we know it's about 30 to 40 seconds. Script action. You can see the slow script time. There's the spike in the time. It's configuration compliance is the application. I just don't know what's making this run. Configuration results import complete. Alright everyone, I think I've figured out what I want to know about this. I had to just start clicking on things. Let me backwards rewind and show you how I got there. So I went to this alert for the long running event handler, was linking to this related record, which was a script action. That brings me to what's calling this, or what's responding to their event, right? And now this comment right here, thank goodness, was actually helpful, sending the integration run ID as a parameter. The integration run is related to vulnerability and is calling this compliance utility thing. So I started searching and stuff like that, and I found that the integration run table that is processing is actually part of vulnerability management, and I can manually run integrations, but I then got to, okay, all vulnerability administration integrations. So if I come over here to that menu item, which I got to before I started talking and recording, so I'm in the vulnerability menu, and down here is actual integrations is where I navigated to. And this actually blows my mind. There are 94 integrations, and this is a demo environment not connected to anything. I haven't integrated anything, and there's 94. If I filter on active, we'll just show matching. There are 60 active integrations, manual ingestion of CSV, Excel, stuff like that. I'm just curious. Let me go click on one of these and see, is this running on demand? Yeah, these are on demand. So let me put that run field on here so we can get rid of all the on-demand stuff. And let's see what's actually running as jobs. That would be, yeah, good grief. So let's filter out the on-demand. That leaves us with 35 that are running daily, weekly. Let's just, now I'm going to group by run. Daily, periodically, and weekly. So weekly there. Rapid7, Qualys, comprehensive PC results. And I know this is related to vulnerability. Let's see. There's Big Fix, there's REST, TVM from Microsoft, and a bunch of Qualys stuff. So I am going to specifically target, you know what, I'm just going to turn all these off. There's no reason on earth for these to be active, and I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to do this. Let's just actually load up which application these are all in. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this via, okay, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this right here. I really don't need any of this running, so I'm going to turn all of this off. And it's not going to let me do anything with that I'm not in the application scope for. So this is going to take a little bit, but I did want to show, I'm basically going to go ahead and I'm going to deactivate all of these. I won't put you through watching all that, but I wanted to show a different event processing alert and what that different action might take. Instead of offloading to a queue like I did in my previous video, I'm actually going to go disable something that doesn't need to be running, and then I'm going to go reset all of these. And if you haven't seen the other video, just so you know, once I get done doing that, I'm just going to go up here to the top, and I'm going to hit this reset alert button on all of these, and then that should go away, and I shouldn't see these result import completes because there is nothing to import. So it's just a totally useless action that's taking on or happening in my instance that doesn't need to be happening. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you found it helpful to see a different type of troubleshooting and elimination of an alert that's actually helpful to help me increase and improve the efficiency and performance of my ServiceNow instance. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think might be interested in hunting down vulnerability jobs that shouldn't be running. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.